True discipline, true consistency, and true self-improvement, and true grinding and just hustling in general is living like a robot. Now, you might think, what is this? This sounds terrible, this sounds boring. Before you click off and just give up and go back to, looking on YouTube, just chill out, relax, just listen. The most disciplined, consistent times in my life were the times where I'd gone through my day like a robot. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to stop and consider things. I didn't have to change things. You do the same thing on the same routine with the same schedule every day. Now, at the moment for me it's a little bit hard because I work 4 or 5 days a week, anywhere between 40 to 48 hours a week. So I generally will have 4 or 5 days a week where I've got to work 7 to 5, and 2 or 3 days a week where I have no work and I can just do whatever I want. So my routine's a bit half and half. It's a bit different depending on the day of the week. But even I, with this differing routine where I say even I, most people have a job. Most people work, and a lot of people work full-time, okay? Most adults work full-time. Some teenagers work full-time. Maybe you have school. Most of the time you got things to do, right? You got things to do most of the time. Sometimes you don't have things to do. That's how life works, right? But you need to go through life with a super disciplined routine, whether it is a Monday or a Sunday. Whether you have work, whether you have school, whether you're on holiday. Okay, on holiday is a bit far. But whatever you're doing, you need to stick to a routine. Even if you go away on a holiday, just try and stick to the routine. Maybe you want to have a rest, whatever. But if you're like a young person and you're trying to be consistent and disciplined, stick to it no matter what the day of the week is. If you're out here going, hey, Monday to Friday I'm going to be super disciplined, on the weekend I'm going to watch a movie and sleep in, you won't get success from that. Now, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, you won't be a millionaire, blah, blah, blah. No, you won't achieve your goals. You won't hit that PR in the gym. You won't get stronger. You won't improve your sleep. You won't get healthier. You won't run for longer. You won't make more videos. You won't build that business if you're just dilly-dallying your routine. You can't be sticking to the routine sometimes, but not all the time. I know from personal experience that the times where I was the most disciplined and most successful, saw the most results in all aspects of my life, all of them, were when I stuck to the routine 7 days of the week. For instance, I'm currently getting up at around 4 a.m. My first alarm normally goes off at around 3:45, so I'd say about 3:45 in the morning. And I get up, have breakfast, go to the gym, come back, shower, whatever, and then go to work. That's my routine. Not recently, as you do, you get days off from work. So a few days ago I was on my days off, and I still, even on my days off from work, got up at 3:45. Now, I did sleep in one of the days because I was super tired because I stayed up too late working. I slept until like 5:30. But that's because I stayed up till like midnight working, so that's a bit different. But you need to stick to the routine 7 days a week. I just said, I slept in 2 hours. I slept until 5:30 on one of my days off. Now, you might think, oh, sleeping until 5:30, boo-hoo, right? But that was a failure. I should have gone to bed on time, got up at 3:45 like I wanted to. But I stayed up till midnight working. I should have gone to bed, but I just had to finish editing this video, upload these videos, move files. I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. I hadn't got much done that morning. So I had a whole bunch of work to do, so I stayed up super late. Well, no, I stayed up till midnight, got up at like 5:30. But other than that, for the last like 2 weeks, I've stayed up. I've got up every single day, 3:45. You need to stick to the routine every single day. There is no excuse. I know I failed that. That day I slept until 5:30. That was bad. I shouldn't have done that. But I just physically was so drained from just working all day, going to the gym, then sitting there till midnight on my laptop. I was exhausted. Every time I get exponential results, a bunch of things done, a bunch of results, a bunch of views, a bunch of gains, a bunch of money, is because I did the same thing every single day like a mindless robot. You might think, oh, that sounds terrible. No, that's actually fun. I don't know about you, but I find it fun to just do the same thing every day. It's enjoyable. When you have a routine and you stick to it every single day, up at the same time, you know what time to have breakfast, what time to do this work block, what time to do this, what time to do that. When you do the same thing every day, it is awesome. It is super fun. You find enjoyment in the little things. Every little thing's much more enjoyable. You cut out all the distractions. You cut out scrolling. You cut out movies. You cut out all the time wasting. So that is no longer the funnest part of the day. The funnest part of the day is when you're making that coffee and you get that first sip of coffee in the morning. It just tastes awesome. The funnest part of the day might be when you're in the gym. You arrive. You just open the door to the gym. You walk in. You're like, cool, it's training time. Let's get it. The best part of the day changes from when you get to watch the movie. I have work, I have this, I have to go to the gym, no. But I'll watch the movie, it's going to be fun, yeah. It becomes, no, I get to go to the gym. I've got coffee, yes. You find enjoyment in the little things. Remove the time wasting and stick to the routine every day. It is that simple. To find enjoyment in the little things in life, to build consistency, to build discipline, purely comes from doing the same thing at the same time every single day, like a mindless robot. Now, am I saying you have to get up at 3:45 like me? Absolutely not. For most people, you probably shouldn't get up at 3:45 because you've probably got things to do. Even for me, I'm pushing it very close on the amount of sleep I get. I only get about 6 hours of sleep most nights. Any less than about 6.5 hours of sleep, I find it extremely hard to even get out of bed. Because I work 10 hours a day. I work 4 or 5 days a week. So most days of the week, I'm already pretty tired. I'll do 10 hours, then I'll go to the gym, or I'll go to the gym in the morning, then do 10 hours. I'm exhausted. I'm pretty tired. So if I don't get enough sleep, I won't get out of bed. I'm just destroyed. So I have to get enough sleep and still get up at 3:45. So if I can do it as just some random teenager, you can do it too. Stick to the routine. See you tomorrow.